My friend Josh had me on one of his songs for his latest releases, and it wasn't, me singing or anything. It was literally just a small portion of me talking.
If you think you know me, wait until tonight, baby. All you want me to do is just don't tell it all, baby. Wait on me.
She knows men that love telling the homies when they're messing around with someone new. And the women who like to tell the homegirls too, but she also knows they're too grown.
There's nothing new with us being on each other's music and poetry tracks, but it's been a while since I had done anything audio wise as far as music and poetry. So whenever we kind of hop on each other's track, we kind of give each other a bit of inspiration to jump back in it. I mean, he's been on a roll lately. It's been me that's kind of been stagnant. I feel like this is kind of what has helped me gain a little bit of that inspiration, like I said. So now I want to work on a song, and I've never been able to work on a song and finish it in a complete day. I've been able to do that with poetry, just not with a song. So I'm going to challenge myself to do that. And of course, I am going to ask for just a little bit of help from Josh. So we're going to see how this turns out. As a channel too, I'll put some things on the screen. So as far as me gaining that inspiration again, I decided to go back into my notes. I have a lot of unfinished poems and songs that I had worked on, and of course some finished as well. And I decided to go back as far as I could and try to find one that was written around the time that it is now, around November. And I found this one from November 1st, 2019. This was actually a poem. I think I did actually share this one on Instagram, and I'm not sure if this was the finished version or not. Of course, if it's on Instagram, that version is finished, but I just don't know if it's this one. And I had decided, instead of leaving this as a poem, this would be good for trying to make a song out of. I was looking through beats just online on the type beats, which I wouldn't recommend doing that all the time if you're doing music, but just for the sake of this, just going for it right now. I'm not trying to put this on Spotify or anything like that. It's just going to go up on YouTube. I'm going to probably add a little bit to this to make it a song, of course, but the song is probably just going to be a 2 minute, a few seconds type of song, which we have been getting into a lot of those lately. I've noticed a lot of artists have been putting out shorter songs, and I'm not trying to get into that, but I feel like for the sake of what I'm trying to do, this will be a good start for me. Oh, hold on. I just found a whole different version. See, that's what I was saying. The other version was definitely not the full one, because now I see one from September 29th, 2021, and there's a lot added in this one. So hold on. Okay, so I believe that this is the version that's on Instagram. So I'm not going to mess with this version. I think this was the final version for the poem. So I'm just going to leave this as is and go find the one from November 1st. And that's the one that I'm going to be adding to and having Josh get on and add whatever he wants to add. Excuse them. Rude. I can't really do too much until they get finished with the this is something that happens on Tuesdays. I don't know if this is everywhere, but they test like the alarms or something on Tuesdays. And I was about to say they picked the perfect time to do this while I'm trying see, I was getting ready to say they picked the perfect time to do this while I'm trying to work on something, but really I can't shift that blame towards nobody else or towards something that is on a routine already. This happens every Tuesday, I know. I have to put that blame on myself because I've been up since about 7 or 8 this morning, and I've just been like, man, I'm too tired. I just want to relax. I know I could get up early and started to work on stuff right then and there, but I just didn't want to. So I just waited until later. It is 12:03 right now. Is when I decided to get up and start moving around 11, and nothing's wrong with that to an extent, but if I'm gonna start blaming something, I gotta blame myself. But it sounds like it's over with now, so I might be good to get back into it. So I went in and added some things like I said I was going to do, and I kind of recorded a little bit. I still feel like I need to go in and tweak up just a little bit, not too much, but I'm going to contact Josh, let him know what's up, and see if he's able to get on there today and add a little something on there today. I know if he get on there today and add something, he can do it boom boom real quick. He'll roll that out real quick. I could have chose to stay in bed because I was so tired, even though I did, push off getting up earlier and starting this earlier, which things may have been a little better. I still got up eventually. So it's not always to say if you don't do something right away that you're like self-sabotaging yourself or you're not being productive and making use with the time that you have. As long as you, and I don't want to say as long as you eventually, because that can be taken out of context. Like, people can, it's almost like the video I put out, don't ask for at least, because if you just say eventually, that could be anytime. Not just eventually during that day, but it could be a month later or something. Oh, you got to it eventually. Like, no, you have to still hold yourself accountable with that, and still, you don't have to force yourself, even though forcing and pushing is kind of one and the same. You still have to kind of push yourself a little bit, to take those first few steps and to keep going, even if you take a pit stop to take a rest. No, not to take too long of a rest. It's okay to rest, but don't take too long. Obviously, taking a month-long break may not be the best option if you really only need a few hours of a rest period or time to reflect or time to get yourself together before you pull out that book or start on that project or complete that project, whatever it is you're working on or trying to get back into. You will develop a routine with that, and you won't even say it's a routine. It'll just be your life. Like, it's just what you do. It's just like it'll come so natural to you, and it may come natural to you when you're not consistent with it, but I don't know, it's more so of a natural flow once it does pick up on a certain routine. Like, once you do pick up on a certain routine with it, to where you get to that point to where it's not even, you're just doing it without even thought and without even trying to plan towards it, plan for it, or put it on a certain type of schedule. Okay, so I wanted to FaceTime Josh at first and ask him, but I'm pretty sure he's at work right now, so I'm just going to send him a text, and when he responds, I'll have everything on here. It's just going to take a while, obviously, because he's at work right now. He's putting in that work to do it, to make that happen. He's doing it consistently. I think with Josh, the thing that he could do better with is promoting himself and his friends as well. Me as a friend, I could help promote as well, but I don't have a huge platform either, but I could still be trying to help with that. But just for, what you can do yourself, like he has that consistency with putting it out there. He's doing really well with that. He just needs to do more with promoting himself, I guess, like putting it on Instagram more, TikTok, YouTube. Like I said, he has a YouTube channel, but he isn't really consistent with posting on there like myself, so I can't really say anything. Well, I can say something as an outside person looking in, and as a friend to him, like, you definitely could be doing more with this. There's room for improvement in everyone's situation with whatever it is that they're working on. Like, for me, I definitely need to be working on my consistency with things. And then, like I said, for my friend Josh, he could be working on promoting himself better. And even going back to myself, I could be working more on both of these things. I'm sure he would say the same thing about himself, because especially since they're saying that we're all our own worst critic. So of course we're all gonna feel like we could be doing better, but we can also be really biased with ourselves. So taking someone else's point of view is good sometimes too. Just have an outsider say, yeah, I can see the growth. Yeah, I can see that you've been putting in that work. Once you get other people saying that they can see it, that's when you know, like, okay, yeah, I'm really doing something. I'm really doing it now, because it's not just me being in an illusion, lying to myself, saying that I'm doing something when in reality I'm really not. Or in reality it's just like I did like a small little baby tiny step and feel like I've already taken 10 steps. The time is now 5:39 p.m. and yes, he went ahead and got on there. So I don't know if he's gonna redo his verse or not, because he asked me. Well, he didn't ask. He was like, I can redo the verse if you want me to. So I checked it out and I was like, I mean, the lyrics and everything is good. You can keep it like that if you want. If you feel like you can do something better, then go ahead and do that. But if you want to just redo the singing part, because that was probably just like a warm up just to see what he could do, then redo the singing part. But the lyrics are fine. So other than that, it's pretty much done. There's like some little tweaks here and there that I could do if I want to try to make it the best that I possibly can. But just to get it done, of course, this is not, I won't say this is the greatest body of work I've ever done. This is the greatest song. This is the greatest piece I've ever written, anything like that. For the purpose of this, I got it, and I want to do this again. So I'll probably try to, I don't know, maybe I can try to put this on a type of routine and set it as some type of series. Do it for like a month or something and see what I could come up with. I don't know. I do think it would be nice to look back and see the progression. So, yeah, I think I might do that.
Girl, I can't read your mind. Don't ruin yourself. We fuss and we fight as much as we like. As long as you know, sex is better when it's makeup. If I need you in the morning, will you wake up?